What's up, fellow vape fam? This is Joe of All Vapes here for another awesome e-juice review. So Kindom Elixir is the company that we're going to be talking about today. I've been in contact with Allison over at Kindom, and she has supplemented me with some of the finest e-juice that I have tasted as yet. I mean, this is really, really good quality stuff. If you're interested, and I know you will be by the time I'm done, go on to KindomElixir.com and check out the line that they have. They've got one new flavor coming out that I'm going to reveal you to towards the end of the review here. And go on to Kindom Elixir on Instagram, give them a follow, check out what they got going on there too. So let's get right to it. Now, Kindom Elixir, first of all, I'm going to show you the flavor card that they sent me. It's an awesome little logo. Now, if you haven't picked it out by now, they kind of put just a little bit of time and energy into their descriptive measures here. And I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to show you the flavor profile. Got some interesting flavors going on there. Got the monkey pie, got Catawampus, the Divi. Next one is Skadoosh, and the one on the bottom is Dharma Karma. And I'm going to go through all the flavors with you. I'm just going to real briefly right now. So the monkey pie, perfectly blended banana cream pie accompanied by delicious flaky crust on top of it. Let me tell you, the Catawampus is, as I remember pouring a bowl of crunch berry cereal and watching Saturday morning cartoons. A little bit of a creamy, crunchy exhale with a very berry inhale, and that stuff is pretty much right on the dot. The Divi is a smooth variety of melons, cucumber, and hibiscus. Now, melons, cucumber, and hibiscus, the first time I heard about that flavor, I was like, okay, so that's kind of an interesting combo right there. And let me tell you, they tout it as an all-day vape. I was vaping it all day. So, I mean, this is really, really good stuff. The combination of the three, you know, we'll get into that a little bit later, but it's out of sight. The Skadoosh, treat yourself to a refreshing glass of our Southern Peach Iced Tea. Now, if any of you have tasted the peach iced tea that comes in the glass bottle that starts with an S and ends with an apple, no copyright infringement going on right here, right? Definitely 100% spot on. It is sweet, it is peach, it is tea, it's a perfect blend. The Dharma Karma, the last one here, an elixir that will tempt your taste buds with a dreamy, creamy butterscotch custard that always delights. That's speaking to my heart right here, right? So that is that. Now, first of all, let's take a look at what we got here. This is the package that it was sent to me in. I mean, this is super cool. I love stuff like this. We all love stuff like this, right? It's just these little additives that just kind of make everything a little bit better. Wait till you see the bottles. So the bottles are out of sight. I'm going to empty this bad boy out on my bar here. And we're going to show you the first one is the monkey pie. So little bit of time and energy into what they're doing here. Okay, now first of all, let's take a look at the label, the little tree of life kind of a thing going on. Now, I want to point out that one of the most important things and aspects of Kindom Elixir is health. Now, those of you that have been smoking for years and years know that vapor is the healthier alternative to inhalation of all the toxic chemicals and all that crud that comes in a cigarette. They really, really emphasize on 100% organic ingredients, nothing artificial. Everything is straight up handmade. They make the batches with care and pride. And, like I said, I've done a lot of research into this company. I've had the pleasure of talking with Allison over there. She takes an incredible amount of pride into what they do. And that, just on top of, look at these bottles, a little purple hue. I like the shape. It's totally something different. The color matches the labeling. This is just really unique stuff, and I was really looking forward to this. I've been sitting on this stuff because I get a lot of submissions and contributions from people that want me to review for them, and I don't always get to do them, the second they come through my mailbox. So this is the monkey pie, and every one of the bottles is pretty much kind of the same configuration here. And we're going to spin this guy around. Kind of show you the back. Now, you take a look at the back of the bottle here. Now, it says shake well is the first thing that you see. Now, why does it say that? That's because during shipment, a lot of the times these bottles are just kind of sitting here, sideways or up on top or wherever they are, and the VG to PC ratio plus the flavoring really needs to kind of get a little bit of an even mixture. That doesn't mean that it's low quality. This is top, high quality stuff. But you just kind of give it a little bit of a shake, Get some little bubble action going on in there. I love these bottles. This is really awesome. That and the bag. I'm definitely saving the bag. And let's face it, I'm probably going to end up giving it to my daughter. But you know, but no, I'm keeping the bottles. But these are awesome. So we're going to go through these one by one here. And okay, we're going to start with the monkey pie. Now, like I said, the monkey pie is the banana cream pie coupled with a flaky crust, rather. And this is really true to the actual flavor profile. I mean, just very, very well balanced. If you like banana, I love banana. Banana is already sweet and creamy as it is. But you stick it in a pie, you got the whipped cream going on there, you got a really flaky crust. It's just a really, really good hometown flavor. It kind of tastes like your mom made it, you know. This for me is one of those vapes that I can just sit back, whatever I'm doing, you know, and I love to vape at work. You know, I work in a family company, so my dad tolerates my vaping. But, you know, if I've got a stressful day, I'll pop in some of this into my vaporizer and just kind of kick back, and it just relaxes me a little bit more. You know, I don't like things that are too hyped up in flavor sometimes. You know, a lot of us, you know, will vape for mood. And, you know, whatever mood that we're in, you know, we want to try something a little bit different that either elevates our attitude or just kind of mellows us out. This definitely mellows us out, mellows me out. So, you know, so there's the monkey pie. That one's one of my definite favorites. Now we're going to go to the skadoosh. And once again, this one is the Southern Peach Iced Tea. This stuff is awesome. It's sweet. It is tart. I love tea vapes. There's not that many tea vapes out on the market. You got your boba teas. You've got some other different kind of tea mixtures out there, but you just don't see that many of them. This one is a perfect blend of the two. You get the tartness, kind of that bitterness almost from the tea, but the sweetness and the tartness from the peach definitely just kind of balances everything out. It is crisp. It is refreshing. It's definitely you know, a nice contrast between a lot of the heavier tobacco flavors and some of the other dessert stuff that I'm vaping on a regular basis. So this is definitely one of my favorites too. Now the Dharma Karma. This one is the creamy butterscotch custard. This stuff is pretty out of sight. Now, the one thing I will say about the Dharma Karma is you can definitely taste the butterscotch. You can taste the custard. The custard is wonderful. It comes out really through. I like heavy flavors. So I think just in general, it could have had just a little wee bit more on the butterscotch flavor. I think maybe they didn't want it to overtone the custard, which was a good idea. You never want to have 2 or 3 different flavors going on there where one just totally overpowers the other one and just punches the other one, you know, or 2 in the face, knocks them out of the park. You want an even balance. It does have a pretty even balance. You know, you can taste everything that's going on in there. It's a really good flavor. I personally could have used just a little bit more on the butterscotch end, but you know, not everybody's like me, you know, so that's just fine. The Catawampus. This one actually I started my morning with when I first started vaping these, just for testing purposes. And you know, if I don't always want a sweet bowl of cereal, I'm gonna bust out one of my favorite cereal vapes. And I don't like a ton of cereal vapes. The cool thing about this stuff is that I do like this now. Straightforward crunch berries, you know, it's got kind of almost like a warm taste to it. It's pretty unique. The creaminess from the milk is definitely there. You know, you got those little tan-colored barrels that are part of the crunch berries, you know, unless we're just talking about straight crunch berries, you know, but there's an even mixture of sweet and just kind of mellow and creaminess going on in there. It's a great morning vape. I was sipping on some coffee when I was vaping this stuff, so it's definitely a great compliment. You know, I started my day with this stuff and I pretty much ended it with it too. So, you know, kudos on that one. And last but not least is the Divi. Now this one is the cucumber hibiscus with melon. This ended up, believe it or not, being my favorite out of all 5 of these flavors. Such a unique contrast of flavors going on in there. The sweetness of the melon, the uniqueness of the hibiscus is a very unique flavor if you've never tasted it. And then you got the cucumber, which just kind of is like almost like a cooling, nice, refreshing flavor, but they all complement each other incredibly well. And in the flavor card, the description touts it as, this is going to be your next all-day vape. And let me tell you, this I mean, I was vaping this all day. Now, I vape every flavor from every one of my contributors, at least for a half a day to a full day, in order to just get a really concise, feel for the flavor profiles. And just to be fair with every one of their flavors. And I was going on a full day with this. Almost didn't want to switch it over to try the rest of them, but I'm really happy that they've created this flavor, incredibly unique. I've never seen anything like it out on the market. It's a nice mixture. It's a wonderful blend. There's a lot of people out there. Let's face it. There's thousands of flavors out there. There's thousands of companies that have popped up all over the world, and you can have great ideas. That's just fine. You can have wonderful, crazy, out of the box ideas and throw a bunch of flavors together. But whether or not they're going to work together depends on the time that you invest into the flavors, the kind of ingredients that you put together. Should it be steeped? Should it not be steeped? Is it going to taste great right out of the bottle? Should I have it sticking around for 2 to 3 weeks yet? All that stuff plays into the flavor profile of the particular e-juice that you're vaping. And they did just an amazing job on this one particular flavor. I have nothing bad to say about it. I have nothing bad really to say about any of these. So Kindom Elixir definitely gets a 2 thumbs up. Joe of All Vapes, 2 thumbs up. Big time kudos to them. Let's kind of follow this up with a little bit of information. Now, number one, you can go onto their website, kingdomelixir.com, and you can buy bottles from 20, 50, and 100 milliliters of bottles, starting at $12 for the 20 milliliter bottle, and then going up. That is an incredible price for what you're getting. And incidentally, they've just reduced their prices and totally revamped their website. They've got a new campaign going on too. It's going to be a really exciting thing for them, and I'll be relating to that on my IG page pretty soon. And they've got a brand new flavor coming out called Apple Pie Fritter, right? I don't know whether I want to have that for breakfast or dessert or just for an in-between snack, but the fact that you get to vape it and the quality of all the other flavors that they have here is going to tell me that there's pretty much the only difference between that and the actual thing is the sugar and fat content that I'm not going to be getting. Like I said, it's a brand new flavor, and they are going to send it to me as soon as they get the finalization of the product down. I'm really excited for that because it'll be another follow-up review for Kindom Elixir. Now, the one thing I do want to say is that out of the 5 flavors, I should say, 3 of them you can only get online on their store, and that is the Monkey Pie, the Catawampus, and the Dharma Karma. Now, you can only get those online. The other 2 you can get at some of your local shops. They're becoming really popular across the United States. Now, if you can't find these flavors at your local vape shop, get a hold of Kindom Elixir on Instagram. Give them a DM and tell them who you are, what you're looking for, what state you're from, what city you live in, and what they'll do is they'll find out whatever distributors they have working around that area, and they'll get a hold of them, get a hold of you, kind of work stuff out and see if they can get those flavors in your store. So, like I said, going to Kindom Elixir, definitely give them a follow, tell them that Joe of All Vapes sent you. Now, if you dig these reviews, if you watch the rest of mine, you like what you see, what I ask is please spread the word to Joe of All Vapes here on YouTube, and give them a subscribe. Tell all your vape fam, tell your friends, your family that vape, that are interested in this kind of stuff. Some great follow-up reviews are going to be coming in the future. Some great discounts, some great giveaways. Obviously, I've got a really, really big giveaway coming up in the next month of February. It's going to be pretty massive and my biggest one to date. So definitely look out for that. Go on to Joe of All Vapes _2 on Instagram. Give me a follow. Spread the word on that one as well. That's pretty much the main platform that I've got most of my giveaways and some great discounts going on for there as well. So I want to touch base in March. I've got my March Mod Madness campaign going on where I'm going to be working with 6 companies from around the United States, mixing from unregulated to regulated mods. It's going to be a great campaign, very extensive. I'm going to be doing a full in-depth review on one handmade custom mod per week, and that's going to be going out throughout the rest of the entire year. Going to be leading up to that big announcement that I've been teasing all of you guys with so far. So I want to thank all of you for watching this edition of Joe of All Vapes. I want to give some props out to my new sponsor, Philly Fog, and the rest of my sponsors. You know these guys. Great guys. I am so happy to have them on board with Joe of All Vapes. Very, very appreciative, and we'll definitely get on to the rest of some awesome reviews coming up before the end of this month is out. May your wicks be wet and your hits never dry. Keep it cloudy.